All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to bust a huge myth about a word we hear all the time, marketing. Because what if I told you that all those ads, the sales pitches, all that noise, that's not even the whole story, not even close. It's really just the tip of the iceberg. So, let me ask you something. When you hear that word, marketing, what's the very first image that pops into your head? Come on, be honest. Is it some flashy Super Bowl commercial? Or maybe one of those super annoying pop-up ads you can't close fast enough? Or, just a giant billboard staring down at you on the highway? Yeah, for a lot of us, that's exactly it, right? It just feels like this constant barrage of messages, all screaming, buy this, buy that. We've kind of been trained to see marketing as just a clever, maybe even a little pushy sales pitch for stuff we probably don't even need. And that right there, that is exactly what we're going to call the marketing myth. This whole idea that marketing is just a fancy word for selling, it's so common. But you know what? It completely misses the point of what modern marketing is actually trying to do. Okay, so let's push past that myth. Let's get to the real story. Because the true goal of marketing, it's not just about selling. It's about creating real, actual value for people, for you. Now check this out. This is the official, by-the-book definition of marketing. And what's so fascinating to me is what's not in there. Notice the words it uses: creating, communicating, delivering, and exchanging value. The word selling? It's not the main event. It's just a small piece of the puzzle, a result of doing everything else right. So let's break that down, because it's basically a four-step cycle. First, you create value. That means doing the homework, the market research, to figure out what people actually need, and then building the right thing. Then you have to communicate that value. Why is this important? After that, you've got to deliver it. And finally, you exchange it in a way that's a win-win for everybody. It's this whole continuous loop. And this is the absolute game changer. We're talking about a massive shift in thinking from just a one-and-done transaction to building a real long-term relationship. See, great marketing is all about understanding you, the customer, and meeting your needs better than anyone else time and time again. And why should you care? Because it means the best companies out there aren't just trying to get your money once. Nope, they're trying to earn your trust and your loyalty for life. So the big question is, how do they do it? How do companies actually pull this off, create all this value, and build these relationships? Well, it all comes down to using both sides of the brain. A perfect blend of two totally different skills, art and science. On one side, you've got the science, right? This is all the data, the analytics, the deep dives into consumer behavior. It's the logical, left brain stuff. But then, on the other side, you've got the art. This is the branding, the storytelling, the creativity, the innovation. This is the magic. And here's the thing. To really, truly succeed, you absolutely need both. One without the other just doesn't work. Okay. Let's make this real. I want to look at a company that has absolutely mastered this blend of art and science. And I think you know who I'm talking about. Apple. They are the perfect case study for what we're talking about. Think different. Just two words. But man, did they spark a revolution. This wasn't just some catchy slogan they slapped on an ad. No way. It was a mission statement. It was basically an invitation for people to join a movement, to be part of something bigger. And this right here perfectly shows the myth versus the reality. The old way would be to just list off product features, Our computer has X megabytes and a Y processing speed. But Apple, they went a totally different route. They focused on lifestyle, on emotion. They weren't just selling you a computer, they were selling you a new way to see the world. And how'd they do it? Well, they tapped into these really core human desires we all have. The desire for innovation, for creativity, for self-expression. Think about it. That sleek, minimalist design, that powerful branding, it makes you feel modern, creative, like you're part of an exclusive club. So if you take away just one thing from all this, let it be this. Great marketing isn't really about selling items. It's about shaping perceptions. It's about creating meaning and building a genuine emotional connection with an audience. So I'm going to leave you with this question to chew on. Now that you can see the difference, think about the brands you really love, the stuff you use every single day. Which of those brands aren't just selling you something? Which ones are actually trying to build a real relationship with you? I think when you start looking for it, The answer might really surprise you.